Okay, welcome. So, guys, let's start the class. Machine learning is like a very popular term in this decade, in the 20s, 22 or 2029, and because there are lots of projects, the lots of company are hiring for machine learning engineer and hiring software engineer for the machine learning rules. And you see, the machine learning has like totally changed the world. If a few days back, the two products launched by the OpenAI. The name is one name is just one second, Chat uh, GPT, and second one is like Delhi. So I guess you already see this project in the LinkedIn or maybe in some social media. Anyone in this classroom know what is the meaning of Chat GPT and Delhi projects, which is created by the OpenAI? Anyone in this classroom know what exactly the Chat GPT? So I will show you the chat GPT in my classroom. So I need to share my entire screen. Yes, it is NLP based model, but everything is like you can say that this is a machine learning model. If you generalize it can done, you can say that this is a machine learning model. Because the delay like credit has been lost, so I'm going to only show the chat GPT maybe. So how you can see the how the AI can change the world completely. So let me open this. Suppose I'm going to be write a blog on machine learning or maybe any thing which I'm not expert on that technology. So what's happening in there? Just me one second. What is happening? What is problem here? Something went wrong on my account. It is not accessible. Okay, I will be see this project in the later classes. So guys, basically, I'm going to show the Chat GPT. Like Chat GPT is a platform where you can put your query and they give you answer, and that answer is like very like a very optimized answer. If you ask the Chat GPT that please give me the idea that how to write a offer letter for the interns, okay, something like that. So they give you like they provide very beautiful uh, sentence or very beautiful paragraph, and it's very good, means just like the human being wrote this. Same as Dali is just like it is a product related to computer vision, or some people also explain this is a GAN things. But okay, here you can see just you have to put some detail on the text format, and they will provide the image format. Suppose you will write create an image with like orange color, create some anything, any statement. Create a laptop which look like a guava, so they will generate an image for you. So this is a very advanced application nowadays, and believe me, most lots of the company are using these things, and they are also providing the API, means you can be enable this API and create a application for the public use, and you can be earn money from their API. So this is a very advanced level of application nowadays, and they are generating a very optimized result. So this is some like a very popular application nowadays, and you can see that after getting this application, people are really interested to learn machine learning and deep learning or maybe some AI stuff. So today we are going to learn some basics, see how the machine learning start and how we can create this type of application. I know this type of application creating takes too much time, but I'm going to give you overview that how this application works and how not exactly I mean how the application. I'm not telling that how this application works, but I'll try to explain that what is happening behind the behind this application, and how we can be go towards this journey, and how we can be learn the new things so towards this application. That's how we can join a company where company making this type of application, or how we can join some startup who are creating this type of things. or this type of little things, like something like that. So let's understand, and I'm going to start from the term AI. So because AI is like a father of everything, okay, like ML, DL, and GAN, WAN, everything. So guys, what is the meaning of AI? Anyone in this classroom that have a better answer that which explain the meaning of AI? I'm not here to be getting the answer just like theoretical answer or like some book answer. You can give me answer any like simple examples. Like you have any example, you have any thoughts towards the AI, you can share with me. So any things you have, you can share with me. Just yeah. Copying human activity. Yeah, that's very beautiful answer. You had explained it by the Kasab Khan, and that's like yes, this is true. The copying human activity. I mean, suppose a human, like a person or like a woman or like any male or female person, which can, which did something by their means that type of thing can also done by a machine, can also done by a machine. You can be related that this is the could be technology is a AI thing. So I will give you a example. I'm not telling that directly jump to the robot, human robot or something like Chitti or like what Sophia robot. This is a very high level of things. Let's understand some basic stuff, what's happening, the meaning of AI. Suppose you are creating an application just like a Netflix. Guys, Netflix is a, you can say that this is a AI application. How, why I'm telling that AI is a, Netflix is a AI application. So I will give you one point. Netflix has a feature to recommend the movie to the public. Means if you go to create an account in the Netflix and you are filling some information, or like you will like watching some movies, that they will recommend you better movie according to your property. Here property is the meaning that your age, your gender, your location. So Netflix can give better movie according to this detail, and most of the time people love this recommendation and they watch that movie. Okay, I will tell you later what is the how the Netflix create this type of recommendation system, but this is the later things, because you have to learn some basic stuff, but I will explain it later. Same as other applications, suppose like the Amazon or like the Facebook feed or Instagram feed. So Instagram, Facebook know that which type of post you would like, or and that post will be reach to you, and you can like and subscribe, and you maybe the follow that page. And Facebook generate money from the client which post some ad on their post. So this type of technology by use they use the AI that solve that problem. Okay, so this is some example. This is some real example. You can also compare the robot Sophia. Sophia is a robot who is just like a human. He can give the answer by the human being. He can give the like question just like a human being. So Sophia is a very high level of robot created by some company. I don't know the company name. Apart from this, if you're talking about some nowadays CCTV camera in the traffic. So I hope you see that nowadays they are not like nowadays the CCTV camera is very advanced level of things. They are capturing the image of vehicle, and he can recognize that vehicle man are wearing their helmet or not. So that can be done by the AI, guys. That can be done by the AI. This is called the example of AI. Okay. So here you can see that anything means there is no this the traffic signal don't need a policeman to recognize the people who are not wearing the helmet. But you see they are replaced that policeman by the normal CCTV camera implemented, and they are recognizes, or they not only recognize, they also send the notification or post or message to the people who using their vehicle or who is the owner of the vehicle. Also they are like charging fine and all, everything is handled by the CCTV camera and their server. There no need to be add one more policeman to handle this stuff. Okay, few days back guys, I am creating an like a model in a machine learning model or like AI things, where I can detect the fighting part. Means some people maybe they are fighting each other near the CCTV camera, and they can be tracked that they are fighting, and we will send the location of the camera to the police man or police headquarter. So we are creating this application with my team, but due to some like lots of work on other clients project, so I will stop this project and all. So you can see that how the AI change the world, they are replacing human, and it is exactly true guys. Okay, so this is the example of AI. Means they are replacing, you can also that replacing in human, it's called the AI. Also copying the property of human activity, it's just like the, you can also say the AI means anything that can human, that can only done by the human, which can be called as a AI. So now AI is done. AI is just like a multiple thing, just where you can understand what is happening, and this can be done by the human, but now this can be done by the program, this can be done by the machine, and you can see this example of AI. Now guys, come to the machine learning. What is the machine learning guys? AI is example, AI is lots of example, but what is the machine learning? So let's understand by the Venn diagram. Guys, if you're talking about the Venn diagram, I'm creating a diagram, and here I'm going to write AI. Okay, and now I'm going to add enclosures diagram, and it's called the ML. So guys, what ML here? I mean, ML is just not, it is not a new topic. It is not a different topic. ML is a subtopic of AI. ML is a subtopic of AI. AI is the meaning that copying the human activity, but ML has some. I will explain. ML is a subtopic of AI. If you are learning ML, means you are learning AI. Okay. So AI can be a store like some theoretical information, some logical information, some like mathematical statement and so on. But ML is a, like a topic or subtopic of AI. If you are learning ML, means you are learning AI. Same as AI, same as ML, DL or the deep learning is a subtopic of ML. I will explain in few minutes why DL is a subtopic of ML and why we need DL if you already have ML. Okay, so let's understand everything. So guys, till this point everything is clear? Yes or no? This just like a theoretical information that I'm going to share, but this is important. Let's understand the ML or machine learning, guys. Okay. Could you explain what is the machine learning? Anyone in this classroom have some definition about the ML? Train the object. Yeah, but it's very difficult. What definition to understand by the normal human being? Suppose I don't know anything about the machine learning, and you are here to explain what is machine learning. No, do activity is not could not enough to explain the machine learning. I'm getting one more. Yeah, it somehow is a right answer. Garima has giving the better answer, but this answer looks like very like answer which understand by the not, it is not understand by the normal human being, but it is the right answer actually. Somehow Shailaja is also giving the right answer, but let's explain. Let's understand by them my definition. I'm not giving the any different definition just like other people are explaining, but I somehow is Garima is explaining better by the other people. Okay, now yes, machine learning is a better definition. That means you can predict or you can do something also, do something without writing any explicit program. Means you can generate a output without writing an explicit program. So let's understand by the normal definition. Suppose you are here. Hello, hello, hello. Now it's clear. Manish Salwani. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Actually, I was anything that. Okay, now let's understand by the simple definition. Okay, so suppose I'm giving you a task that write a okay, I'm giving you a task to predict. I'm giving you a task to give you answer that 7 is even or odd. 7 is even or odd. I'm giving you a task. So you can easily say that this is odd. When I'm telling 9, just easily say this is also odd. When I say 12, you'll say this odd. I am right, guys? Yes or no? I guess yes. So, guys, tell me how can you understand this is odd, or sorry, this is even? Because you have your value that you are going to check, and you have also your function. You know the function. By using this function or your input, you can say that this is your output. When you're putting a 7 and you know the function, you can also use the function, could be said as algorithm or program. Means you have an input, you have a algorithm, function or program. By using this input, by using this program, you can generate your output. Most of the cases in a normal way, this is the possible. Program could be anything. Suppose I am going to be check this. I am giving you input and you have a program to check prime number. To check prime number. If you have a program, you have an input, you can generate the output. It is possible or not? Tell me. Yes? Everyone agree with that? That if you have an input, you have a program, you can generate your output? No. But in the machine learning, this is a normal algorithm or normal things in the programming world. But in the ML world, what is happening, guys? ML world, the the things going opposite. You don't have program. You have input, you have output, and then you will generate, and then you will generate program. Means in the normal way what will happen, you have an input, you have a program, you will generate the output by using this input program. Simple. Suppose you have a function for searching, checking the number is even or odd, and suppose you are passing the input x and check if x mod 2 equal to 0, return even, else written odd. But in this case, you don't have program, you have input, you have output. By using this input and output, you will generate a program. Okay, in machine learning. Again, I'm going to repeat it. In Amin world, what is happening? You have input, you have output, you will generate a program. So now, how we can generate a program by using this input and output? This is the question. So now I'm going to be explain it in the next term. So how input and output generate program? I know this is very difficult to understand the people, but guys, tell me, anyone in this classroom who can define this graph by using this input and output, how we can generate program? I am waiting for 30 seconds. After that, I will explain it. Now, come to the, let's jump to the next. Guys, I'm not here to checking only by using the one input or one output. I am going to decide this program by using multiple inputs and multiple outputs. Multiple inputs and multiple outputs. So guys, I'm going to use X to define as a input and Y to define as a output, and function is just like P. So guys, means you will use not X or Y alone to generate a program, but you will be generate a program by the multiple x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 x4 y4 and so on. This is your input, this is your output, and people will say that this is your called data or data set. Means you will generate a program by using the data set or example of input and output. So let's jump to the next, okay, how the program will generate by using the data set. So again, input means number of example of inputs, number of example of outputs. So here, if we'll try to be, yes, could you please use a chat? Just one second, just one second. Just one second. Actually, there's some noise coming from your side. Just one second. I'm handling this. Now tell me.
Yes, sir. This output is generated with the help of the program. Na? We have input, then output
No, no, no.
is available only with the help of the program.
Okay. So I'm not here to be. Sorry. I'm not here to directly jump to the output or prediction. I'm here to explain this diagram that the inputs and output decide the program. So I'm here to explain how input and output generate the program. Prediction will be explained after this explanation of how we generate the program. Means I will explain the prediction part. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I will let me complete this diagram. Actually, uh, let me complete this diagram. Actually, diagram is like looking like this. Inputs outputs, and you will generate a program. Yes, after generating program, you come with new input. We come with new input, and you have a new input, you have a program, you will generate your prediction. So this is a complete diagram. First, by using the input and output, you will generate the program, and when you have a program, you follow the normal approach. By using the new input, you will get the prediction. This is your prediction. Clear? This point is clear, Salja?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I am here to understand the program. So now next. So suppose inputs and outputs generate a program. So how is possible? So come to the understand by the simple definition. Suppose you have an input and you have a output. And guys, I'm because you have a data set x1 y x2 y2. So you can understand this data set by using a diagram. And suppose for this x, this is the y. Okay. So this is your x and this is your y. Guys, slowly we are going towards some math, so please don't get scared. I will explain every point. Okay, don't get scared. So here you see that this is your inputs, this is your output, and this is a diagram. So what is the meaning of program in this diagram? The program is nothing, guys. Program is the this line. Program is this line, means this is your input, this is your output, this is your program. Means program is nothing. Program is a relation between input and output. Program is a relation between input and output. Okay, this is a input output. Suppose we have a new input like this. For this input, what will be the output? If you follow this line, so we are somewhere here, and according to this program, this is your output or prediction. Guys, I'm repeating it again, but now I want to know that you are understanding what is happening in this diagram. If you're understanding this part, it is very easy to understand. Yeah, I'm not here to equation, Selja. Y equal to mx plus c. Yeah, I know that this is the equation. Maybe I'm not here only this. Suppose in the letter, your graph could be like this. Okay, this is also your program. If you follow this diagram, this is your output. Okay, so here it is not fixed the y is equal to mx plus c. I'm here to only focus on the program. Okay, so you can understand that if you follow this diagram, for this input, this output, means what is happening actually, guys. You will give the data set where x and y contain, and by using this x and y, you will get a program which relate f of x. And after getting the f of x, you can easily prediction by putting your new input. If f of x is like defined like ax plus bx square plus d or c. If you have an equation of the graph, you can easily predict what is happening in the output. So this is the way that you see that means after getting the input or output, I will generate a program. I will explain what is the meaning of program and why I follow this diagram. Okay. So first let you understand, if I'm not telling that why why this green is right and why this blue is wrong. I will explain it later. But you understand that by using this input and output, how the program will generate it. Okay, this is your program and this is your output. Okay. So next, suppose you have a data set like this and you have program. The program could be anything. This is also a program. 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 How we decide which program is best and which program is worst? Because in this case, I I go with this line. But why I'm going with this line only? There are also a multiple line like this line, and this line. Because not every point are able to be jumped to the linear line. So I am follow any line. So why I am follow this line only, not this, or only follow this line, not this? How will decide? I will talk this in few minutes. But guys, you have to understand how. I mean, I know that some people are confused, so I will explain it again. Okay. The first question is input output generator program. How to generate a program? They will find the pattern. Okay. So first, suppose I will be find a pattern by the linear line. So linear line, I'm going to pass a linear line which is passes through all the point, but it is not possible. So I'm going to pass this line. Okay, pass this line, and I will decide it. This line describe all the point, all the x and y. So I'm going with this line. Okay, suppose this line, and if we have a line, so according to this line we can predict any we can predict y for any value of x. Yes or no, guys? Tell me. Hello? Yes. So now the question is, if we are not able to pass all the point through this line, so why I'm considering only this line as a my program? There are multiple line can be passed through this program, like this way, like this way, like this way, and this. So why I'm considering this line is a line of program? So I will explain this part in few seconds. So suppose I have at this point. Okay, and I am going to explain this all the point by a simple line like this. This is general line. Okay, and there is also one more line. Okay, why I'm generating this line is a line of program, not this. So how we can be assume this is a best line? So guys, listen carefully, because you are focusing on this line, so you'll see there's some differences is here. There's some differences is here. Okay, differences is here, and I'm going to mark some differences: E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, and same for this line. There's also some differences are there. So I'm considering this is the differences like E1, E2, E3, and E4 and E5. So I assume if total differences or summation of differences is minimum for any line, that line will be the line of program. So this is the parameter. Means I have multiple line, but I choose this line because this line has lesser error or lesser difference value. So here we can assume this line is a better line. Okay, what I'm going done here? I'm nothing, I'm done this part. I'm considering this line a general line, and I try to be find the differences like E1, E2, E3 and E4, and I'm considering if summation of E is minimum, then that time that line is good, because by using a linear line it is not possible to pass any linear line through this one. So that's why I'm considering where I'm getting minimum differences, that line is better line. This is a good parameter, yes or no? So how you understand that how input output decide the program? Input output decide the program, and that program is based who have less error. Yes or no? Guys, this till this point there is any confusion? Otherwise I will repeat it again. Tell me. Okay. Now jump to some more mathematical term. Don't worry, I will be explaining this part is also in a program way. So now again, I know there is one question comes to your mind, sir. Why every time you are using linear line, not any parabola or some like some this type of line? Why I'm not considering this? Why I'm considering only linear line? So giving you example. This question comes to your mind, I guess. Hello. This type of question comes to your mind or not? Why I'm only giving the linear line example? So let's understand why I'm telling this. So again, I'm going to draw this diagram. In this first, in 5 minutes, I will told you that input and outputs decide your program. Let's understand what is the meaning of program here. Okay. So program is this is your x, this is your y, and this is your f of x. Program is nothing. Program is a function or y of x. Okay. So guys, before generating a program, as a machine learning engineer, we have to decide the pattern of the program. We have to decide a pattern of the program. So pattern is here is a middle point. Okay. Pattern is just like you have to be decided f of x should be looks like this. At the very beginning of point, you have decided this could be the function could be looks like this. Function could be looks like this. If you decided your function looks like this, then your graph will be looks like this. Okay. So before generating a program, you will have to find your pattern ax plus b, and this pattern is called, and the function pattern, not pattern, function pattern. This function pattern is called model. This function pattern is called model. Means before generating the program, You will have to decide which model you are going to use. You are going to use, okay, which model you are going to be use. And in machine learning, linear model is very popular model for a beginning use. So that's why I am using this linear. But I'm not here to be mark you always you have to decide your model looks like this. But most of the cases linear model give the better answer than this function. We will discuss these things in the later, but this is the model. Now comes again, graphs could be like x and y. First you will decide y could be looks like this, and then you will generate a program. So how program looks like, guys? How program looks like? So pattern is deciding this: y is equal to ax plus b, yani linear function, and your this is your model, and this is your program. How the program looks like? Program is nothing where this a b is fixed. Means right now the a is b is a variable. Means if you're going to be this, if you don't decide the ax plus b, a and b could be anything, could be anything. And this on the basis of a and b value your graphs looks like. If your a and b is like positive, maybe the graph is looks like this. If a and b is negative, the graph looks like this. So here a is your, b is a parameter of the function of program. And just 1 minute, when I'm using this line, maybe this line, this is the a1x plus b1, and for this line a2x plus b2. X and x are same, but a1 and a2 are different in this case. And we have to check for this function we are getting the less summation of error. For this function we are getting the high summation. So that's why we are considering this a1 and b1 as a final value, and your program is looks like a1 x plus b1. Suppose a1 value is like here is 3x plus 5, and here is 2x plus 9. So here is 3x plus 5. And when you get your function y is equal to 3x plus 5, this is your function of x. You just pass 3, means you are checking for 3, and you will get the value 3 3 is 9 plus 5 40, and this is your y is a, guys. Guys, are you understanding what is happening and how we'll decide the program and why I'm considering this linear, and how we get the output, guys?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can we say A and B here we are considering in this equation are parameter,
Hmm?
and on the basis of parameter we will generate the model.
You will get the model value,
Sir.
and when you get the model, and
Then we can generate the
just 1 second,
program.
and 1 second, I will just 1 second. You will decide, you will follow this model. Okay, listen carefully. And after a certain number of process, that is called training. First you will, your a could be this, and that time you will get higher error. Now we changing the value of a and b, you are getting less error. Now we're changing this value a and b, and we are getting the more less error, and after that we are increasing the error. So we'll consider, oh, for this a and b our model could, are getting the better result. Okay, like 3x plus 5, and we have get the model. Now we have get the model, means get the model meaning is what? We have get the trained model who are giving the better answer. Okay, so this is the way of getting this. I will explain training part again in few minutes, but guys, this is the way that you have to find the model. Sum of A and B not. I will explain it. You are a little bit confused, Akanksha. Means I will here to be. I will repeat it again. Don't worry. This process will comes again and again. Part input and output here to be generate the program, but generates before generation the program you will decide the pattern how the function looks like. If you're using this is called the linear. And suppose in the later there's multiple type of model we are going to use, and we are not we are naming the name of the model later, but this is linear because we are learning everything from the beginning as a linear model. The linear model is this, and we'll get the program. Now come, this is the theoretical definition. Now comes the mathematical definition. Sir, okay, I understand that you're told that this E1, E2, E3, if summation of E1, E2 and E3 is minimum, then that time that function is good function, or that model is that good model. So how we get this model by the mathematical term? So let's understand this. So now this is your X, this is your Y. Here let let me understand this. First you have a data set like X and Y, like X1, Y1, X2, Y2, X3 and Y3 and so on. And you will be plot uh, and this is your line, generalize. I'm going to generalize this line, and this is your parameter, and this is your like differences. Okay, this is your E1, E2, E3, E4. Suppose this is your X1, X2, X3 and X4, and this is your Y1, Y2, Y3 and Y4. And now if you follow this function, this is the right function. So for this x2, this is your program like y2 prediction. And now this is your difference. Yes or no? Please say yes or no. This is your difference, na? This is your y2, and this is y2 prediction, and this is your difference. Okay, so E1 is y2 minus y2 prediction. Yes or no? Or sorry, E2. Yes. So E2 is nothing. E2 is y2 because you follow this function x2, and y2 is nothing. Y2 is ax2 plus b. So this is your E2. Are you able to understand this equation? Everyone? Yes or no? Because you're using the linear model, that's why this function looks like. Now, same as E1 is also telling that y2, y1 minus y1p. and so on. And here we summarize the E, and we have to find the minimum. We should be decrease the minimum. So this is your function. Now again, this is your total error. This is your total error. Now guys, comes to this point. I will explain one more point. So this, if you follow this rule, y2 minus y prediction, so we'll get this time is a positive value. This time is a positive value. This time you will get negative value, and this time you will get negative value. Yes or no? If you divide, if you subtract by the real value with the prediction value, what will get? Sometime you will get the positive value, sometime you will get the negative value. Yes or no? Say yes or no. Everyone, no. Selja, Kansha, Ansuman, are you agree with that? Sometimes it is positive, sometimes it is negative. Simple. Because this time this is a higher value, this is a lower value. That time is getting positive value. This time higher value, this time lower value. This time positive. But this time is lower, and this time is this is higher, and this time is lower. So that time you will get negative value. Yes or no? No. So that's why guys, sometimes this total error is not able to be find the better answer, because sometimes you will negative positive reach, and maybe you will getting not like good number to be identify this this error is this not error is this total error is not a good identifier to find the better model or better program. So that's why generating the positive generating better accuracy, better good result, we going to be absolute this error. That time every means we are going to convert every error to a positive number, and then we have to be add. So this is called the absolute error. So this could be the better answer. Oh, this time to absolute error is like 5 only. This is not, and this time the absolute error is 3. So 3 is better than 5, and we have to follow that program. So this is the absolute error. But absolute error is good, but we are not considering this absolute error. We are jump to a square error. Means absolute error is means even mod, E2 absolute, and E3 absolute. But we are not considering handling this error. We follow this absolute square error, like E1 square, E2 square, E3 square, and E4 square. So why I am considering E1, E2, and E3? Because we are here to find some minimum maximum thing. And you know, if you have a equation in a linear format, that function is not giving, it is very difficult to find minima and maxima. But if a function in a like a quadratic format, that time we are getting easy to find minima and maxima. Everyone know that. This is some mathematical things. Guys, are you aware of these things in a mathematical operation? If you like, if function is linear, so linear function like this, there is no minimum maximum is possible to find. But if function like in quadratic like this, there's some minimum point is there is possible. But in is like linear line, there is no minimum maxima it's possible to find. Clear? So we are considering this. Okay. Clear? Now guys, what is happening? So suppose total error is what? The total error is y minus y prediction का whole square का summation. And now if you, it is nothing yi minus axi plus b का whole square. So this is your total error of function. Are you able to understand this function? Guys, I'm going very slowly. So please understand every point. If you're not understanding any point, please let me know. I will explain it again.
So last line, please explain again. Last one.
This line. This.
Yes.
This line, na? Okay, and
Yes.
again. Let's understand. If you're talking about even is what? Ki, what is the real value? Y, 1. And what is the predicted value for that point? So it is y predicted, and prediction is coming from this function. Yes. So here a and b are a parameter because you are considering this is the line, and for this x, this is your real value and this is your prediction value. So this is a difference. That's why y1 is this minus ax1 plus b. This yp is coming from this equation, na? And this is
okay,
the
sir.
okay, and this is the, you are going to be make a square because you are considering the square, and your total sum will be the total error. Okay, clear everyone? This point is clear? Guys, don't worry if you don't able to understand this normal mathematical thing. I will explain it again. This is the possible, this is the only one part you have to understand. Later that everything could be the easy, looks like very easy. No. So this is your error, consider. Okay. Okay, now next, please listen, understand next point. Guys, in a data set you have x1, y1, x2, y2, x3. So here y1 is a static value, x1 is a static. Here a and b are parameter or variable value, like which is the vary. So y1 is fixed, x1 is fixed, and a and b are vary. Means it is not, it is if I'm telling that this e function is a function of a and b, yes or no? Now tell me, are you able to understand that total error function is a function of a and b? Everyone are confident with that, that total error is a function of a and b? I am asking to everyone. Arjit, Binoy, Garima, Himanshu. If anyone have difficulty to understand, I will explain it again, every point. Okay. Now, if this is a function of a and b and you are marking a square, means this function could be looks like a, I'm sorry, p a square plus q b square and some c and some m. Here p and q are some constant number and a and b are variable number. So this function is looks like this or not? Okay, na? Means this function could be looks like this after we expanding this function. Everyone, this function is clear? Selja, Garima, Himanshu. Okay. So now forget about the B, only focus on A. So this function could be like looks like this, yes or no? Are you comfortable with this function? I am considering this, forget about the B. So this function looks like this. Now if you're going to be make a diagram, so maybe this function is looks like this. This is your E and this is your A. Not tell me if you are able to understand this graph according to this function. Yeah, parabola, exactly. Now I'm here to find the value of A where E is minima. Yes or no? This is my target. In the machine learning and in your target is what is the value of A where E is minima, and that value is this, and this is your function. If you have a
So,
function,
sir,
yes.
so can we say B is a independent variable and A is a dependent? So that's why we
No.
ignore the B.
I will explain it later. B is like we can be like go A and B like what is called parametric derivatives, something like that. There is multiple term. Partial derivative, no, partial derivative. Yeah, partial derivative is called that. Suppose we have two dependent variables, so we have to ignore one variable and then derive it one, and we'll get the minimum value, and then we'll consider another. Then we have to ignore another variable, and we have to consider another variable, and we have to be derived this way, and we get the final value of minimum and maxima. I guess in the mathematics we have to follow this way. Yes or no? This is called a partial derivatives. But this is not like difficult to write. Partial differentiation, yeah. Thank you. Sometimes I also forget about this. But now, so this is your target? Yes or no? So, yes, this is the machine learning target. For finding the value, again, input, output, generate a program. But before generating a program, you'll decide the model. This is your model. At the end, you have to find best program. Best program is what? Where E is minimum, and we have to find the value of A and B where A is minimum, and by using this mathematical process we are getting the value of A and B, and when you getting the value of A and B you will getting the program. But guys, I will explain how we get the value of A and B. I'm not like a normal differentiation things is possible here. We are going to find the value of A and B by a training of a model, and training is done by the gradient descent algorithm, and we will discuss this gradient descent algorithm in the next class. Guys, I hope you enjoy this complete mathematical operation and theoretical application of the machine learning, and also I'm trying to be very hard to be explain every point till this error function and all. Guys, if you getting any problem to understand any point, please let me know. I will explain it again.